He'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Let's go!
Here's Mostert. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
He's going to look deep for Edelman. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Here's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. First and 10. Here's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Brady now on first down. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do?
And his first carry, he loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. This is caught. It's Cooks. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Brady will try again on second down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tom Brady, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Seven yards to go on second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Detroit, here we go. Detroit! Green, 30. No. Jet, Patriot. Gun. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Brady to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go again with Muhammad. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run with Muhammad. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Green, 39. Green.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Defense showing blitz. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Now back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Brady now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Fleming. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Throwing now is Brady. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now a play fake, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Back there, Philly. Here we go. Now, let's go. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Watch him now.
The play clock's running down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Brady. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Brady got to have this one. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's Muhammad. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
All right, now look at me. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Time running out here on the play clock. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. On play action, now Brady. And unable unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third down, Brady. And he comes back with one complete. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 52 yards. First and 10. Here's Brady. Fights free at the 5. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Brady again.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Brady to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dre Archer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Jets have got it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Chiefs' newest player?
This was a quarterback who just needed a good pro day to reach status quo again. His stock took a temporary nosedive when he had one of the slowest 40s among the QBs. At his pro day, he ran the 40 again and got a much better time. And that 40 time placed him around the middle of the quarterback class. While he may not be the fastest QB in this class, he was at least able to prove that he wasn't the slowest. It was enough for the team to grab him with this pick.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Bengals' newest player?
When I ask scouts around the league what his biggest asset is, they always point to his father. His dad is a high school coach that knows how to consistently finish in the top of the school's division. And ever since he was able to walk, he's been on the sidelines for every game. Even after he leaves practice at night, he's still getting advice from his dad at home. And from what I've heard from scouts who've watched him play, you can tell the extra coaching has helped. Even during interviews at the Combine, I was told by several GMs that he was one of their favorite players to talk to. He has his dad's eye for the game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him become a coach one day himself. I like him a lot, and he'll be a great addition to the team.
Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
He's a Heisman winner that got a lot of recognition this season for not just dominating as a receiver, but also as a shutdown defender. His dual threat ability is rare to come by in the modern era of college football, and man, was it fun to watch him all season. He'll probably be focusing on just one position going forward, but the team has the benefit of making that choice based on its scheme and needs. He's going to be an interesting rookie to watch, and he has the potential to have a huge impact for this team early in his career.
Eagles have made their selection. For more about him, let's go to Adam Schefter.
He's the type of wide receiver that several scouts believe could be the next all-time great. His performance at the College All-Star Game further supported this belief, hauling in double-digit catches and ending the day with 4 touchdowns. Draft experts praise him for his pure athleticism, but some have questioned his work ethic. Matt Miller was one of them, feeling that when the game comes so easily to you at the college level and you are so gifted physically, you could very easily lose the mental edge needed to excel in the NFL. He should get plenty of reps in the preseason to prove his worth and see if he can live up to the lofty expectations that many have for him.
The Colts are now on the clock.
All right, team is now off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their newest player?
He's a durable lineman who set a team record for consecutive starts, never missing a game throughout a decorated 4-year college career. Ross Tucker praised his footwork leading up to the combine, where he did not disappoint, solidifying his position as the draft's top offensive line prospect. He has the potential to be the cornerstone of this offensive line for years to come and should provide consistent protection for a franchise quarterback. This is a great pick.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Now that the Jets have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
His pro day was a chance to separate himself from the rest of the tailbacks in this class. After running the 40 in under 4.5 seconds and pushing almost 20 reps on the bench, I think he got what he wanted. Following that demonstration of physical ability, he transitioned into passing drills. One of the scouts in attendance told me he looked sharp on his routes and comfortable making catches away from his body. Personally, I think he made a strong case for being declared an every down workhorse. Teams often have several running backs specialize in different areas of the scheme, but he's the type who can do it all. I like what he brings to this offense and look forward to seeing what he does.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
Vikings just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
If you watch some of his tape, you'll forget that he's a quarterback from time to time. That is, until he makes an incredible throw. He's one of the most mobile quarterbacks in this year's class, as evidenced by the fact that he was the team's leading rusher midway through the season. His ability to take off at any point forced defenses to respect the run game, and that opens up the passing game. He's an exciting playmaker to watch on game day, and I'm sure the team is hoping some of that will rub off on it.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Now that he's just been picked, Adam, what can you tell us about Sherman?
He's one of the few receivers in college that no matter what sort of coverage you threw at him, he always came away with the ball. A great example is one of his impressive touchdown catches that has been on highlight reels ever since. It was late in the game, and the defense knew who the quarterback was going to target. He was surrounded by 3 defenders when his quarterback put the ball in the air, and even though he was completely swamped, somehow he managed to pluck the ball right over the defenders' heads. He isn't the biggest receiver, but he has the ability to stretch and make the play, essentially making him a larger and taller target and a real threat in the red zone. I think this team got a possible difference maker at receiver.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
The importance of a lockdown pass defender cannot be emphasized enough, and that's exactly what every GM I talked to described him as. His ability to play physical and to outwork his opposition off the line have also been areas of high praise on his journey to the draft. This skill set could be seen in numerous games this year where he completely shut down some of this draft's top-rated wide receivers. When you're tasked with neutralizing an opponent's number 1 wideout each week, there's a great deal of responsibility to ensure you're not just physically ready, but also mentally ready. This is another important trait the GMs I spoke with mentioned to me that made them so excited about this guy. The hope is that he will quickly learn the playbook, get some solid reps in the preseason, and come week 1, be ready to play.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock.
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
Well, he hasn't gotten a lot of attention from the media. His name has been circulating around the front offices the past few weeks. To find out why, I spoke with Matt Miller. He told me his performance at the Combine caused them to go back and look at his game film one more time. And what they found was his team made a scheme change in his final season that forced him to shift to a new role he wasn't exactly comfortable in. To draw a comparison, they looked at his first 3 seasons before the change, and he looked like a much different player. The speed and level he played at matched what they saw him do back at Indy. He rose up draft boards across the league, and they're very lucky to have picked him up before anyone else could.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
He entered the season drawing comparisons to some of the most feared defensive linemen in NFL history. After a midseason disappearing act that saw him record just 2 tackles in 5 games, many scouts were left shaking their heads in disbelief. Even with the growing concern over his lack of production, there were some GMs who felt his poor stat lines were a direct result of the increased focus he began receiving as a result of his hot start. One pointed specifically to reports of offensive coordinators fashioning entire game plans around avoiding him, knowing that his fellow linemen were incapable of picking up his mantle. He'll now have a chance to prove believers right, as he's expected to see significant playing time in the preseason with a line far superior to the one he had in college.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
The old saying of "what have you done for me lately" could be used to explain his rapid rise in draft value. After a late season performance that saw him make several key blocks leading to scores, sources said that many scouts were willing to overlook otherwise average statistics leading up to his final game. NFL expert Ross Tucker felt that his upside far outweighs any concerns that he's a one-hit wonder. Tucker raved about his natural footwork that he called a quote-unquote gift for someone his size. Patience may be needed to help him grow into his full potential, but this team feels as if it has bolstered its offensive line with this big pick.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Titans' newest player?
His draft stock took a hit at his pro day when he failed to look natural in any of the drop back and ball reaction drills. As Matt Miller put it, it looked like the sun was in his eyes every time he turned around to look for the ball. Sometimes the receiver would break to the right, but he would go to the left too many times. Think with enough coaching, he can sharpen his ability to play in single coverage. We'll see if he becomes a starter at some point down the line for this team.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Redskins' latest pick.
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played